Hi guys, Jason from Trojan Photography, and today I'm going to do a review on the Yongnuo RF 603 triggers. Mine have a C on the end because it's for a Canon, but you can get from Nikon and most other brands. The only difference really is the cable you get. So this is the box it comes in. Nice, simple. I like it. Yongnuo's stuff. It's good. It's reliable. Everything I've got off them I've never had a problem with. They always come with 1 year's manufacturer's warranty. I purchased off eBay, off the Yongnuo store, because that's the only store they sell from, for around about 36 Australian dollars. I've had these for over a year now. So yeah, so that's the box, and this is pretty much what you get in it. It comes nicely packaged. It's not going to get damaged on the way in. So you get 2 transceivers. So what's a transceiver? As opposed to systems like Canon and Nikon and some other third-party systems, a lot of them have receivers and transmitters. Sorry. So yeah, you get the receiver, the transmitter. The transmitter goes on the camera, and you put the receivers onto the flash. So that's simple. The problem is, if your transmitter dies, you need to buy another transmitter. The good thing about these is, number one, they're cheaper, a lot cheaper than the brand name ones, and they're probably one of the cheapest third party ones going around. If one breaks, you just buy a single one for, it's around $20 or something, and you just slot in. You don't have to worry about which one's which, they work both ways. So that's simple. So we'll have a look at the design. So it's nice and simple. On the top you got the hot shoe mount. You will notice it's got a couple of electrodes on there for it. Now this is a very simple trigger. All it does is send a signal saying to the flash, fire now. So you won't be able to do high speed sync, you won't be able to do TTL, you won't be able to change the settings through the camera. The camera won't even recognize it as a proper flash on, but it will send the signal, so that's not a problem. The reason there's these on there is because you can put something like a TTL flash or a high-speed sync flash. When this is on the camera and then you've got a flash on top of it, that's the good thing about the hot shoe, you can still use all the functions of the flash because it'll just send it straight through. It's got 2 lights here, so I'll turn it on. You can see this one goes green and that one will go red when you send off the other one. So that's good, so you know it's on. On-off switch. Now the on-off switch is fine, it's nice and simple to get to. I've got no nails really, and I don't have a problem turning on. The problem with the on-off switch is when you get a flash, you put the flash on, that's the on-off switch under there. You can't turn on and off, so you've got to remember to put on and off. Now you think that's simple and it doesn't matter, but if you get them you'll see you do usually, like I usually forget a lot of the times to turn on before, and you got to pull it off, and when you tighten it, it's annoying. Nice big button here with Yongnuo and exactly what it is, made in China and all that on top. So with this you've got a half press button. So this button is exactly like the one in your camera. It's really nice quality. This whole thing is really nice. It's all plastic, but it's got some weight to it. It's nice. It's not doing anything bad. It's got a half press button. You half press, and when I go through the functions later you'll see why. And then you can full press and see the red button goes off to say you've triggered it. On the side you've got this little port, that's where the cable comes in, so I'll talk about it later. On the back we've got the hot shoe, it's got the prongs as I said before, it will send the signal through. Nice easy cover to take off. It's got AAA batteries, it just takes 2 AAAs, which is nice. Would have been nice to be AA's, but then the unit would be a lot bigger, but that's simple. AAAs you're going to get in any store easy. Inside there you've got these little switches, and what these are, they're the channel setters. So if someone else has the exact same pair, you're not going to fire off someone else's, or they're not going to fire off yours if you change the channel. There's 4 switches up and down, that gives you 16 possible channels to work off, and 16 channels is plenty. Other side's nice simple black, front's nice and curved. It's really nice, it's nice black, it's sleek, and it seems like it sits nicely on the camera and it looks sleek. On the back you can see the light obviously, and you've got this, which is a PC sync port, which there's other names for it, but it's a PC sync port. So we'll go through the functions quickly. So you can use it for many functions. So you can use it as remote shutter release. So simply, with the Canons anyway, you can do it. You can do it with all of them. It's just a bit different process, obviously, where you plug it into there for all of them, then you plug this into the shutter release in your camera. Once it's in, half press, and if you've got it set on your camera as a factory default, you half press, camera will focus, then you full press, it'll take the shot. It's not wireless, but it's simple. You only need to carry one around for it. That's not a problem. The next option is you put this on your camera. You put it into the hot shoe, you plug this into the camera, turn this one on, turn the next one on, because you get 2 in a pack generally, and you can use this. So half press, it'll take focus, full press, take the shot. It's fully wireless. All it is this sits on the top of the camera, and the camera size is quite big, so this isn't matching isn't putting much bulk into it. It's easy to carry around, and I usually just keep this on if I'm going night shooting, and I'll put this on in my pocket, pull it out, take a shot, move on. So that's simple. So next function, as a flash trigger, obviously. So you don't really need this to use as a flash trigger. So you slide this into the hot shoe on your camera, you put your flash on, so the flash sits offside, you take the photo with your camera, send the signal through, and it'll send the flash off. So you've got full wireless flash control, flash triggering. Then you've got flash mode, so then you can use both those functions together. So if you've got this on your camera, you can plug this in. I found it works either way. Actually no, for the triggering you're going to need this. So you plug that in, plug this into your camera, have the flash on this one. If you've only got one person and one tripod, it gets a bit harder, so you put the camera on the tripod, sit it there, that's simple. You walk around with the flash or something when you get the flash in position, so the flash will be on top, half press, so it'll take the photo and shoot the flash. So that's nice. It's good to have a remote cable release which also incorporates the flash, so you don't need another unit, which you can use because they're all compatible, to send off the flash. So the next thing is this PC sync port. Now if you're starting out, you're not really going to see them anywhere because they're not in normal flashes usually, but for studio flashes you can use this. So you get the PC sync port, you plug it into the back of those big flashes or the lights, and put the other one on the camera, and it will send off the pulse, it will take the photo. So that's simple. So this is rated, on the website it says 100 yards, which is roughly 90 meters. I've taken out to 100 meters, and every time it's fired perfectly, no misfires. I've had them for, as I said, over a year, and I haven't had a problem with them. I think they're great. They're nice, compact, they're really small. The good thing about them, you can stack them up like that. Put this into there. You're not going to lose anything. I just chuck it in my bag. And they're just rugged. They're strong. They're plastic, but they're nice and strong. I got no scratches even on it. And I've dropped it a few times. That's how good the plastic is. These things will sync up to 1/200th of a second, which is fine because they're nice, they're simple, they're cheap. You're not expecting too much out of them. 1/200th of a second's what most cameras are going to sync to. My Canon 550D syncs up to that, so no problems. I've not had any problems with the black bar lines, which some people may say they have, because some other flash triggers only go up to like 1/160th and stuff, but 1/200th, it's nice. That's where your normal flash, the flash on the camera is only going to sync up to that anyway. So at 100 meters, I've had it sync up to 1/200th of a second flawlessly. I've taken multiple shots and it's not a problem. The batteries last forever. I use it quite regularly, this as a remote cable release and stuff. And when you do that, you got to hold it down if it's in bulb mode. And I've gone months doing that and not had to change the batteries. So the batteries last like really long. They're not using much battery, and to be honest, they're just a really good buy. Love the Yongnuo stuff, and I've never had a problem with them. So yeah, check them out. So the one negative thing I do have to say about these, which is the only problem I foresee for this, which is $36, which is cheap as ever, is it doesn't have a tightening nut on the bottom. So with the flash, most flashes, all the flashes I got, you've got this tightening nut, which is simple, so you slide it in, you tighten it down, the flash isn't coming off the back. It would have been nice for them to incorporate one on here so you could tighten it on, because flash, even a simple flash like this, which doesn't weigh as much as some others, and this, it's just slid straight onto the camera. Now it is a snug fit, like it's not tight, you got to force it on. I don't foresee it flying off easily, but if you're sort of carrying the camera and you sort of swing the camera around a little bit, or if it gets bumped, there is a chance it's going to slide off without the locking nut. So that is the only problem, I think, the only issue I have with these. And make sure to subscribe down below. Check out the website www.trojanphotography.com and check out the Facebook page. I'll put all the links in the description below. Thanks guys.